Hey guys, welcome back. So today I wanted to sit down and talk to you guys. I basically wanted to give you guys a quick little update on what's been going on in my life because I just feel like I kind of left you guys hanging. I'm going to go back to last year. Beginning of last year, I was still in school. I was a senior in high school and I was just like, Lord, what am I gonna do with my life? Where do you want me to go? What is the plan? Like, where are you taking me, God? And so I just spent the whole rest of my senior year trusting in God and just letting Him take the reins, take control. Shortly after, I ended up signing up to a DTS, which is a discipleship training school, and I was gonna join circuit riders in Huntington Beach, California. And so I applied and I got accepted. I had a little interview from the beginning of last year in January to about really a little after mid-year. I had plans to go to circuit riders after I graduated. I graduate and the time comes where I'm out of school finally, and I'm like, oh Lord, I don't have money. From the beginning of the year till May, I was just actively looking for jobs, applying to whatever, going to interviews and getting declined every single spot. And I was like, God, what is happening? I'm trying to not sit around all day. I'm trying to make some money. Like, why am I not getting accepted to any place? I end up getting news from my sister that a guy that she used to work with was hiring at a new restaurant that he was opening. And so since she already had connections with him, she told me about it and was like, hey, we should go while I'm here. And she took me to him. And basically, the restaurant hadn't even opened yet. They were still fixing it up and whatever. And I went, and basically he said, okay, you can come in a couple days and just start off and see what it's all about and whatever. It was May 29th of 2023 on a Monday. That was my first day working there. And so I worked about 3 days before I ended up going on a vacation to Orlando June 1st. I had already told my boss, like, hey, I'm gonna have this vacation, like, we've been planning it. So I worked 3 days and then I left and then I came back. And so basically I was working at this Mexican restaurant as a hostess, doing to-go orders, doing like other background stuff, like writing out invoices, just random like bookkeeping things that my boss would make me do. I was working there, making some good money, really, because I would work many hours. Like, there were times I would do like 90 hours in 2 weeks and my checks would come out to like $1,000, and then plus my tips and stuff. For like a 17-year-old girl, like, I was making bank. And then my 18th birthday came around June 17th, and I spent my birthday at work, which was so sad, but whatever. I ended up working there from like the end of May till like the end of October, 5 months. It's my last day. El charro. At this time, I still had plans that I was leaving to California by the end of September because the school was gonna start October 1st. Like, that was gonna be the first day of our classes, right? And so I told my boss, like, hey, I'm gonna be leaving around this time because I'm doing this and whatever. And so basically everyone in my life knew I was gonna go and do circuit riders or whatever. There was a time where I actually posted a video. I have a big announcement, basically because I had to fundraise for my school, my tuition or whatever. And eventually, there came a time where I felt no peace about what I was doing. I just felt so regretful for my decision, and I felt no peace about where I was going. And like, literally, I would get so down every day because there was like this thing bothering me so much, because I felt really that if I ended up telling my family, like, hey guys, like, I take back my decision, I don't want to go to California anymore, like, I don't feel peace about it, I felt so guilty and I just didn't want to let anyone down, really. There came a time where my mom noticed how sad I was, how low, and I'm not gonna say depressed because it wasn't that, but I was just like really off, like something was wrong. And my mom was like, there's something going on. Thankfully she noticed, and she called me to the living room with my dad. We had a conversation and I kind of just broke down to them because I just I was finally being able to release what I had inside that was bothering me so much. And I told them, guys, I know, I've raised money, I've paid part of the tuition, and, I've just been hyping this up to everyone. Everyone thinks I'm going to be doing this. I just felt so regretful and so much guilt. I just broke down to them. They just told me like, hey, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna support you in whatever it is that you end up doing, no matter what. So I told them, and I just felt so much relief. Like, you have no idea how much relief I actually had by the end of that. Kind of awkward, but I never told you guys that I actually took down my application to go to the school that I was gonna go to in California. For like a couple months now, I've already had decided that I'm not doing that anymore, just because I believe there's something much better on the way. Hint, hint. Nothing is sure yet, but like, the Lord is going to do it. I know it. To make this story short, basically, I end up joining a ministry with Eddie James Ministries, which is a discipleship and arts type of ministry. So it's focused on music, arts, and just stuff like that. But also obviously the fundamentals of being in ministry, I ended up joining them this year in January, even though in April is when their ministry came to Arkansas, and I found out that they were actually going to stay here long term. And so I was like, praise God, like, this is amazing. And so in the middle of me battling with if I was going to join Circuit Riders or not, or go through with it, really, I was thinking about joining EJM, Eddie James Ministries. And so there was just this battle, really. And then finally, whenever I let go of Circuit Riders, not to say that there's anything wrong with Circuit Riders, I love what they do, but that's just not where God wanted me specifically, I end up joining this year in January, but throughout almost all last year, like, I was talking about wanting to join them once I had left Circuit Riders, once I took down my application and everything like that, because my parents asked me that same night when we talked, what is it that you want to do now then? And I was like, I really don't know. If anything else, like, I want to join EJM, see what I can do there, because I want to serve in media, but I also want to learn and be discipled and stuff like that. And so they were like, okay, we can get with that. Finally, after lots of ups and downs and like questions and like just trusting in God and just waiting on his timing, I finally joined this year, January 7th. I've been with them since, pretty much, traveling almost every single day. I'm not going to get into the details because I'm actually going to make a separate video on what it's like being in full-time ministry. I have some questions that you guys asked me that I'm going to be answering in full detail. So I'm actually going to break it down in another video. But this one, I just wanted to give you guys like an update in my current time. The most recent place that we came from, we actually went to New Jersey for a couple days, and then we traveled down to Virginia. Then we went to Tennessee, then Georgia, then back to Arkansas. In the span of like a week and a couple days, like, it was just service every single day. I'll get into the details in the other video, but that's just like pretty much my life. So it's a lot of traveling. It's a lot of being in a van with a bunch of other people, traveling many hours to get to our next location. Basically, I just wanted to give you guys an update because I have not told anyone publicly that I'm in full-time ministry now and that I literally am on the road almost every day. I'm at home right now because we finally came back after like 39 days of being away from home. I honestly would not trade it for anything. Like, I'm so grateful. And actually today I came back from being with the team. We had to play about David and some performances of like songs in between. We messed up horribly because we haven't practiced or done a run through of this play with media, and we messed up horribly, but we have tomorrow to fix it. Crazy. So it's currently actually 12:30 in the morning, and I got home 2 hours ago from being over there. But again, I'm used to the crazy sleep schedules. God has given me the grace to somehow survive all that, but this is for him, for his glory. It's a lot for people that are not in the ministry, but I'm just telling you, like, this is a sacrifice I knew I was gonna have to make, and I'm flourishing. That was basically it, guys. Like, I just wanted to give you guys an update because I have not done this in like so long, and my life has been so different since the last time I did a sit down video. It's crazy because the last time I did one of these, I had no clue what I was gonna do with my life, but God has just come through so like beyond what I could have ever imagined him doing. What is my life? Really, what is my life right now? But I'm just so grateful, and it's just so amazing that I get to do what I do with the people that I'm with and surrounded by. So yeah, I'm doing full-time ministry. Praise the Lord. on Eddie James Ministries media team, serving in that area. I've preached a couple times, but I also do go and minister to people up front. I pray for them. But with all that being said, thank you guys, and just keep me in your thoughts and your prayers, and just keep following along with my journey. Like I've said plenty of times before, many more vlogs coming soon of our travels and just my life. But anyway, guys, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.